A warning on the jobs front today, with the unemployment rate on the rise. Economists had been expecting the rate to hold steady and warn that there could be tougher times ahead. Emily Stewart reports.
The unemployment rate has risen to a 10-month high, but economists are divided on how significant the move is.
To some degree, it may be signalling the beginning of a softer period in the labour market.
Basically, it's sort of steady as you go, so there's no clear change of view about what the labour market's doing compared to what you might have thought last month or the month before.
The unemployment rate was fairly steady for the first half of the year, but then it began to rise to 5.1% in July and up to 5.3% in August. Last month, full-time employment was down by 12,500 jobs, but there was a rise in part-time work, so overall employment was down by almost 10,000 jobs.
So the economy's gradually been moving away from full-time jobs, more towards part-time jobs.
In a statement on Tuesday, the Reserve Bank's Glenn Stevens said growth in employment has been moderate this year. And he says reports of skill shortages remain confined to the resources and related sectors. But despite the reported skill shortages, Paul Bloxham from HSBC says the rise in unemployment has been driven by the mining states of Western Australia and Queensland.
We think that that's because firms got ahead of themselves in terms of taking on labour last year in preparation for all these big mining projects, and they've actually started unwinding a little bit of that because they potentially got a little bit overzealous.
In the last few weeks, a number of high-profile companies have been shedding jobs, including 1,000 jobs each at BlueScope and Qantas, and there could be more to come.
The exchange rate is very, very high, and if you're an industry that's exchange rate sensitive, then the going's got to be tough for you. And so I think we will see some sort of high-profile cases of people losing jobs or companies moving offshore.
Some economists say if the weak job numbers continue, the Reserve Bank may drop interest rates.
The global financial developments we're seeing right now do see the unemployment rate rise further, and that could be a catalyst for seeing the Reserve Bank changing direction.
And with 14 million unemployed Americans, jobs remain a focus in the United States too.
There is work to be done, and there are workers ready to do it. Labor's on board, business is on board. We just need Congress to get on board. Let's put America back to work.
President Barack Obama is due to make a longer speech about jobs to Congress later tonight.